Morning. Still sorting myself out as I go live. I'm hoping at least I have some sound. And let me just get up all my YouTube, eBay windows. What's going on? Sounds like something out of EastEnders. I'm gonna cunningly steal all of Ricky's viewers. They're gonna be watching him and go, oh, Pete's on. Must head over. I don't know if he's finished. He's probably going to go all day, I would imagine. But yeah, I saw he was on. But can't beat around the bush. Got to get on. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Peter. Good to see you. Were you booting this weekend? No doubt you were, Mr. Boot. And let me know where you've been sourcing. I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'm determined it's not going to get cold. And I'm listing some clothes today. Right, JPK 63. So I might as well get on and not dilly-dally. I was going to go sourcing today. I'll tell you a little bit about that when there's a few more people in the stream. Bit more numbers than 8. But let me know what you've been up to. Pete was selling at Hounslow Heath. He froze his butt off and was very muddy. Yeah, I've never been there. It's not that appealing, to be honest. It's quite away for me. And yeah, I do know a few people who go there. But it doesn't sound particularly pleasant. I mean, is any boot fair pleasant? So I've done a bit of packing, packed a couple of clothing items that have sold. That's good to see. I've got to pack a mixer. And I've got to pack a little Star Wars toy that sold for £10. Is that it? Not a lot's happening on eBay. A terrible Feb. But I'm hoping with my little re-injection of energy to have a better March. January and Feb are always awful. Yeah, I've got to find a Kindle. Wasn't where I expected it to be. Right, let's get on and do some listings. So, I've got to list this. A Hero Beam. I'll go for about £10. I've now lost my pen. Is that it? No, that's a screwdriver. All over the bloody shop. I literally saw it there a second ago. And I know I've probably got about 50 billion pens. There's another pen. We'll use that. Tony and Doug. Well, that's good to see. Have you been lurking for a while then? I do love a lurker. I love a lurker. But it's always great when you say hello. Right. I have a Jules jacket. So I've been going sourcing for clothes, mainly checking the men's out, getting their jackets, jumpers, fleeces, shirts and tees. But women's shoes, I will check the jackets out. And this jacket, it's a Jules jacket. Bit pricey at $7.50, I think. I've been watching. Good morning. 4 resellers live this morning. Who are the other ones? It was Ricky. Who else would be live? And why is my phone buzzing? You can't beat the originals. The original gangster. Right, okay. You normally watch. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Good to watch. See that I get some watchbacks. Thank you, Derek. Hello, RS. Good to see you. RS. Oh, I should know that name. Is this? I want to say Who's RS reselling? Is it? I'm going to get it wrong if I guess. Is it Sophie or is it a bloke or is it Robin? I'm Steve Green. Oh, I'll go and watch Steve Green. Oh, not that I wouldn't watch the others, of course, but you know, the smell of vinegar brought you here. Yeah, there have been some, but literally stuff has only really been on like a week and a half. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Robin, it is Robin. You're not called Sophie. Is it? Yeah, Robin's a bloke's name, isn't it? Robin with a Y is a female version. Right, okay. I'm rambling about RS reselling. Robin Seller. It's Car Boot Chris. There's 4 resellers on, and I've got Car Boot Chris. I've got Derek the Tap Peddler. I've got Happy Chap. I've got Robin. I've got Tony and Doug, which sounds like a clothing brand. Tony and Doug. You ever thought about getting into clothing? Happy Chap, JPK, and Rosie. I'm happy. Definitely. Right, Jules jacket. Yeah, that's that. What I tend to do, do you want to have some tips for clothing sourcing? I go out with 2 big Wilco bags, standard, and a wallet full of cash. I've got nowhere I'm parking, so I check out the Morrisons and Sainsbury's and see if there's free parking in the vicinity. In my Wilco bag, I will have about 5 bin liners, because when I get back with some clothes, I've got clothes and receipts, and I don't know what's going on. So in one shop, if I'm buying like 8 items, if I'm lucky, they'll all go in one bin bag with the receipt. And when I say bin bag, the white bin bags, it's not like some horrible big black, thick plastic thing. So yeah, that's how I go about it. But I was wondering, we've got 19 people in here now. When you go clothes sourcing, I guess most people have a route they go around, a little cycle of charity shops that they go from home, round and back. And they may have a few of these. Do you say if you've got like 4 or 5 different routes, the important people are here. This is, Mark is a very important person. He's just turned up, but yes, very true. Do you do a certain route on a certain day? So I might do Cheam, Lease, Worcester Park. I might do Epsom, Leatherhead, whatever. Do you sort of do your route number 1 on a Monday, route number 2, or is it all a bit mix and match? I was just wondering this. The other thing I do is I keep the price tag. So I got this off someone. So I remove all the price tags. I'll write on it what it is. So I'm writing on this one, Jules jacket. This was $7.50, by the way. It's a little bit pricey. I'll put a size on it. And I will also write what the item is on the back of the receipt. So the back of the receipt will have, in pen, all my items. That's what I do. As well as writing it in a book and putting it on my bloody QuickBooks thingamabob. Look, Faye and Simon, I'm going to tell you how to do reselling. Do not do crockery. Don't do it. I know how to resell. Listen to me. Basically, what you're doing it wrong. Chris, I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong as well. You don't want to do wholesale clothing. You don't want to do it. And Happy Chat, consoles, no. Big electronics, Derek, no. You're all doing it wrong. Do exactly what I do. Don't. Whatever you do, don't do that. I have done all sorts of things. And like I say, I'm back on clothing at the moment. For the hell of it. Right, Jules jacket. General drapers, clothiers and dressmakers. Boldly British. How am I going to find this exact coat or jacket in the comps on eBay? It's just a jacket. It's quite a nice inner there. Oh, and it's got a lovely little fox button popper. Is that supposed to be there? I'll take it. It is. Tom Jules. I always think this is something to do with Jamie Oliver because he's married to Jules, isn't he? But that's totally wrong. We're all doing it in our own special way. Who's been watching? If you're going to subscribe to anyone, subscribe to because it is making me laugh. Thrift. What is it? Thrift Up Look Sharp. Thrift Up Look Sharp is Max, who, you know, hangs around with Richard Knight and Sir James. But he's done some remix videos of resellers. And they made me laugh. You know, what with all the rubbish that's been going on. So he's done John Shepherd, he's done Ricky Resells. And John Shepherd just could be one of his normal videos, to be honest, but they're very good. Who else did? Did Dungeons and Joypads, which was brilliant. Going on about big boy pants. Big boy, big boy. I mean, it's the kind of like inane humour that just makes me chuckle. So go now if you it's like 2 or 3 minutes long, these videos, and he's done me obviously, and he's done Richard, done Night's Life, and at the end, Ricky appears. Those who know the Night's Life videos know that Brian Blessed has been at the end of one of his videos from ages ago, going, "He's a lovely lad," or it might have been on his intro, but. So he's used that sound, but he's got Ricky on the visual, which I think is just genius. Oh, he's there. Yeah, everybody go and look at it. Honestly, it will make you bring a smile to your face on a Monday morning. Although I took real offence at mine. I mean, bloody nerve. I couldn't believe it. No, I was honoured. Fantastic. Who next? I mean, it's got to be, well, God, I mean, my God, what a choice. Nick Hills, Chris, obviously. I imagine there's quite a few things you could edit into Chris's streams. George, reselling George would be brilliant. I mean, George is just fantastic. I mean, the videos he does and his little Insta clips are just brilliant. He did one buying at an expensive boot fair on Insta. I don't know how these guys do all these things. I know, you know, editing is fine, but, you know, George does all these sort of like backgrounds and stuff. It's genius. I just love it. No, it will thift up. Yeah, definitely worth just bring a little smile to your face. Right. Jules jacket, Navy, boldly British Navy. I don't know. How much would this go for? 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 50? I don't know. Got no idea. Hello, is that no, it's not the exact jacket. See, this is the thing about clothing. I'm just sort of like scrambling around trying to find this jacket. And of course, I may have got my brand wrong. It may not be a good brand. This is a women's item. I've been looking at the men's, and like I said, I've been looking at the women's jackets. And I can't find... I want to find exactly the same coat on the first page of eBay. No, there's loads of riding jackets. It's no bloody good. It could be that no one wants this coat. Ah, hello. Is that it? No, they're all quilted. That had the same inner. I guess this is a cotton jacket. Oh, God, it's just like, you know, talk about inefficient. The inefficient reseller. I'm going to change my name again. Vinegar jar tells the unexpected. The inefficient reseller. Jules. So I'm really glad I did sell a couple of, it's cotton coat. I sold a couple of items, but my fear is buying duffers. Cotton coat. They're all bloody quilted. Oh no, hang on, here's one. wax canvas style coat. It does feel a bit waxy. I got a barber jacket the other day, which I was pleased about, but I did have to pay 20 quid for it. Oh, it is authentic wax cotton. It's waxed, you know. Probably needs a good waxing. All the wax has come off. So yeah, but I always wear this jumper. I have this jumper on for, a month at a time. Hello, Ali. Yeah, sub to Thrift Up. I always forget the name of it. Like I say, I forget people's names. I think Thrift Up Look Sharp. Is it Thrift Up Look Sharp? Genius. There's not a lot of originality in YouTube reselling. Me for one, I never know what to do. This is why I haven't put a video out. But those videos, I just thought, genius. And I was thinking today, if there was an award for the person who puts like the most effort and care into their YouTube, who would it go to? Who would the award go to? Let's have a vote here. We've got 28 people. Who would your vote go to for the most sort of, obviously taking the most care and dedication in their channel? I'll tell you what I'll go for before you vote. It might embarrass him, but it's Chris, because he does his lives every week. He does it when he doesn't want to. He does all these little intros. He does his little, and he's been doing it for years, bloody years. Yeah, can't vote Chris. Yeah, exactly right. Peter Ray. There we go. Everybody knows it. I'm stating the bleeding obvious. Right, wax cotton. British wax cotton coat. Let's take out British out of the search. Who knows, by the end of an hour, we might get one thing listed. And I might have a cold cup of tea. So now there's 31 people in here. The plan was to go sourcing today. Because I'm like, yeah, I am the sorcerer now. And but I felt I had a little bit of gutache this morning. Had a curry yesterday, although Liz did make it. It wasn't from a dodgy takeaway. But I woke up about 4 a.m. I was like, ooh. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, well, I could go. But I didn't want to be caught on Reigate Hill in a traffic jam, desperately needing the loo. That would not be a good look. So I thought, sorry, I'll stay at home. Life is flexible. I cannot find a single waxed jacket by Jules on eBay. Why is this? They know I've bought this. Oh, there's one. Jules Coat Women 16 black jacket, floral swanson, long flinch, wax style. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Come on, give me the exact coat. Jules Milbury. Hello, is that it? I think that might be it. I've got it. It's a Milbury. Is it a Milbury? Made in Romania. It doesn't say anything about Milbury. It looks exactly the blooming same, but in blue. Come on, has it got that little wolf popper? They put it up for 39. And I think it went for 39. I put it up for 35. I hope it goes for 35. £7.50 paid. That'll be all right. Chris. We love you, Chris. We love you. All resellers want full retail price for second-hand rubbish. And just out of the blue comes this random statement. Yeah, that'll be fun. Thank you, Mark. If you can make it so. Jamie Summers, traffic in Reigate is horrible at the moment. Yeah, I used to work down in Reigate in a couple of Eshaw and at Cannon. Eshaw, when they had a big blow-up inflatable mouse outside the front. And also we had Michael Winner and we've had Pete Waterman visit us down there. I like the look of Chris and some other OGs in the realm. If you could get hold of Z's video where he had cramp, I mean, it's from a while back, but that would just be, oh! I mean, God, you could remix that and it would be dodgy. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was on a live. Oh my God! Old school UK vintage reseller. UK vintage reseller. Is that who's UK vintage reseller? Trying to think. Is it Cheryl? I think it might be. I mean, I'm terrible with names. Pound Girl. Is it Pound Girl? Or am I barking up the wrong tree? It's Peter knows. Rosie knows. I didn't look. I wasn't looking. And that was another brilliant riposte to the shenanigans that was going on. And I was a bit like Ricky. I was kind of like getting on my work because I was really busy last week, sourcing, getting back into a clothes reseller. And then this YouTube and Instagram was going off, and I was like, oh, what's that? What? So it's all quite amusing. But yeah, hopefully it's blown over now. It's blown over now. Yesterday's news, today's chip paper. Right, Jules Milbury wax jacket, blue, 35. I'm only drafting today, so I need to do photos and the like. Colour blue. It's a classic fit. It's a type. It's a jacket. It's a coat. Is it? Right, another topic for discussion to keep you all on your toes and involved. That's ladies' clothing. Is charity shop. If you're in there and you think, not if you think the price is too much. If you think the price is too much, you wouldn't buy it. But you see something labelled up for a price, and then you notice a defect. Okay. So I've had this. It was a ping mid-layer, nice warm jacket. I think it was a tenner, so it's not cheap. Although it would sell for 30. And on the quilted little bar bit, there's a mark. And this is in Age UK, so not one of the best in the world. So I said to the woman, "Oh, this is nice." Give her a little ego boost first. This is very nice. This is nice. Oh no, it's got a mark. Oh, it's got a mark. And I was looking. It's got a mark. Now you say, "Oh, would you like? We'll take a couple of quid off that, or we'll take a quid off that." So I'm not going to ask for it. I'm not going to say, "Would you take a couple of quid off that?" I'm just saying it's got a mark. So I was there for about 2 hours. It's got a mark. It's got a mark. He's got a mark. You see? Yeah, it's got a mark. And she was just like, yeah. And this happened again in another. I bought a pair of trainers, pair of Nikes, and they're down there actually. Well, they're a nice pair of blue Nikes. I think they're about 7 or 8 quid. Let me grab them. I'll show you. Boom, boom, boom. I've taken them downstairs already. I'm too bloody organised. But they was basically a hole in the inner, so it went through to the hard bit, So wear, like, not just wear, but like, hole like that. But the rest of the shoe was absolutely like brilliant. They were 7 quid, and again I was down, sort of saying, "Oh, these are nice." Oh, woe is me. They have a hole. And there were 2 women in there, and they were like horsey women. This is like down in Surrey, so it's like, "Oh yeah, but it's all for charity, all for charity." I was like, this isn't what I wanted to hear. And compare that to me being in the Samaritans with a men's jumper, Adidas jumper, which was priced up at 8 quid, and it had a mark, and there was a bloke on the till, probably in his 40s, looks bored as anything. And I went over to him and said, "Oh, it's got a mark. It's got a mark." So I'm not going to ask for any reduction, because I don't ask for reductions in charity shops. That's what I don't do. But anyway, this bloke said, "Do you want it for 2 quid?" So 8 quid to 2 quid. I was like, "Yeah, all right." So yeah, how do you do? So I don't negotiate. No, I don't negotiate, but I'll point things out. Like I bought a Ralph Lauren short sleeve shirt in a charity shop. I've got it home. I will go back to this charity shop. I've noticed it's got a rip at the bottom of the hem, at the bottom of the, just on the back. So I will take that back and I will do a switcheroo, because I'm not having that. And you can take things back. I mean, I think that's fair enough if you notice a flaw. I mean, people will take things back if they don't fit. So do you do things like that? Do you sort of point out it's got a mark? £2 off. Do you do any of that? Let me know. Yes, I should have done a video. We all should have done a video. Many people did. Car boots, your opinion, Pete? Well, they get busier every year. It gets more difficult because everybody, 10 years ago, not a lot of people had eBay, and now what you hear is on eBay it is, and people are more aware. People will think they can buy to resell. People are, everybody has an eBay account. Probably a lot of young people have a Vinted account or a Depop account. So yeah, I think it gets more difficult every year, but there's plenty of ways to skin a cat, isn't there? So, I think as long as you can adjust and be realistic about what the situation is, that there will be ups and downs. One of the first videos I did this year was like, well, that was the easy bit, Q4. Now it's going to get hard because it has done every year, and it did. So it shouldn't be a surprise to any. I've had absolutely dire February, weekly sales that could be daily sales. But it's expected, so I'm not too worried. I'd love it to be. Oh yeah, I did. 5,000 in December. I've done 6,000 in February. I've done 7,000 in February. But it's never like that. Yeah, too right. So yes, you have it does depend. I remember there was a charity shop in Wallington, and they had loads and loads of videotapes, new, sealed, and they were selling them at like whatever price it was each. And I said, would you do a price on the whole lot? So, I think it depends. When does Tails on? La, la, la. They will be round, Pete, because people are doing on the side. Yeah, well, if they piss off eBay, then, all the better for me, really. I've got no patience for. I mean, everyone does what they want, but people should be doing it the right way. Otherwise, it's not a level playing field. Yes, the one who should have put the video on YouTube instead of Insta is me. Oh well, I did wonder whether I was going to miss it because I knew it was alive, and because I don't really go on Insta, I haven't been on Insta that much. I was like, can you watch lives on Insta? But then it kind of came up on my notifications or whatever it is. I was like, oh, good. Oh, yeah. Let's get involved. So, yeah, I watched that one, and I didn't watch any other ones, really. Oh, I did watch Andrews. That's tell a lie, I did watch Andrews. I think that was it. But, yeah. 6 hours since Christmas. Yes. It's sad, isn't it? It's sad, but yeah, well, it is my only income, but well, I say that, I suppose it isn't really. I do have other things I have been concentrating on. Yeah, you need to be consistent. Always outnumbered, never outgunned. Anyone else had the HMRC? Well, I haven't had that, and I was expecting it. Is it the one asking for your NI number? Yeah, I don't know. And you would think it would be the unique. That's the unique tax reference, isn't it? For people wondering what an utter is. You utter number. But NI number, which you a lot of resellers are probably nervous about sending in an NI number, seeing as what Vinted did, like display it on your profile page, apparently. Feb's been good to me. Yeah, I haven't had it, mate. I was watching Ricky's, one of his plethora of streams that he does, because he got some tit messaging him about it all. And he mentioned it's only if you've sold 1,750 things or more. I could be talking out my proverbial, but Anyway, let's get this one coat. Look, 30 minutes gone in. 30 minutes in. Not even anything drafted. What am I aware coming up on YouTube, which I will be watching, will be Simon, who is gentleman marketeer, 100k reseller, will be on Chris's podcast. And that looks like I really respect the work that Simon puts in. I only started watching him really last few months. I don't know if I was aware of him or not, to be honest, because but yeah, he's up at 6 and he's putting in the miles. He did do a year-end, what I earned in 24, and that was quite interesting because it was 100 grand turnover reseller, 30 grand profit, which you made various reactions to that. Yeah, it might be 130, but 30 is also, if you were getting that paid in a job, that would be a 40 grand a year job, because Simon was obviously up. That 30 is after all the tax and that. My reaction was, Christ, that's a lot of mileage. And it is a lot of mileage. I was right. So it'll be really good to listen to Simon tomorrow. I'm not too sure what time it's on. Probably in the afternoon sometime, but check that out, definitely. People start doing reselling all the time, but they drop out. Well, that's the thing with YouTube, isn't it? You kind of have to keep going and keep your presence, because if I went away for 6 months and came back, there'd only be like 42 people who knew, who knew who I was. And I have done that. I mean, I go away for like a couple of months at Christmas because I like having Christmas. I can't think of anything to do videos about. But no, it's fascinating when you sort of see all these new people and you kind of like, you see them do the videos and you can't think, God, I've seen this video. I saw that video like 10 years ago. But you just kind of have to kind of like, well, that's the way it is, isn't it? Because people are coming into it new. And I think if I feel this, how does someone like Nick or Chris or Pete or Tom English Picker, they've just like, think with this latest drama, you're just like, oh God, not another thing. And you're just kind of like a little bit kind of like, well, just carry on. Oh, tomorrow, yes, tomorrow. So Chris is on this evening. That's right. Did I say today? So it'd be Chris this evening while I'm having my dinner. Occasionally I get to see it live, but I'm normally stuffing my face. I can't find the podcast. Chris has vanished from my Instagram. Well, it's because it's on YouTube. Sort yourself out. I'm still there. There will always be competition. Tommy Trades. You're very late. Half an hour late, but I'll forgive you. Yes, Tommy. Rock on. Tommy Trades would be a good one. Hey, Max? Tommy Trades. That'd be brilliant, actually. Thinking of a different Chris. A blessed weekend, my child. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. That's the best thing to do, definitely. Right. I was going to say something really like meaningful there, but I couldn't be asked. Right, talking of Tommy, let's do this one. So, price tag off. This was in a shop where I thought, I'm not getting many bargains here. £3 for a t-shirt seems a bit much. It's Tommy. And like, I much rather source jackets and fleeces and jumpers and t-shirts. I mean, what's the most you can get for a t-shirt? 10 or 15? I just let it pass. Yes. For the new people, go and check out Thrift Up Look Sharp. He's been doing some brilliant shorts of resellers remixed. So taking the piss out of resellers, but it's brilliant. Absolutely fabulous. Check it out. Right, Tommy Jeans t-shirt. Got no idea how much Tommy Jeans. I've just got it because I Tommy Hilfiger. Thought we'll have some of that. Tommy Hilfiger. Name the comedy series. No, I don't know if I've typed in Hilfiger. Tommy Jeans. Tommy. I didn't even say Hilfiger. Finger. Tommy Jeans t-shirt. Why, hey? Tommy Hilfiger. Depends on the brand. I've sold tees for 70, 80. Oh, Tommy proved me wrong here. But would that be some specialist band? I saw a Rye t-shirt, which I had in the early 90s. And one of my mates from school, because we were all into that indie stuff, sent me the eBay listing, and it was like $2,000. I was like, what? I was thinking, I'm sure I just chucked that away not long ago. After like 30 years. There's the exact same t-shirt from the US. Okay. Let's get the right search on it. UK, sold, bins. When I say bins, buy it now. I'm sure you all know that. There are a few. Well, this is good. Right, UK Tommy Jeans. Similar, £4.95. Why did I pay so much money? The next t-shirt's worse. So, yeah, there's been a few duffers. Tommy Hilfiger spell out t-shirt. Palm Angels. Vintage Beastie Boys. Oh, yeah. I've never had a Beastie Boys t-shirt. I would love the Beastie Boys t-shirt. I thought I saw one when I was at sourcing, because there was one with the 5 Boroughs, but because that's a Beastie Boys album, but it wasn't anything to do. I think 5 Boroughs is a clothing brand. Okay, so there's nothing. I'm thinking maybe a 10, well, maybe 12, tenner. Tommy Jeans. There's a Tommy Hilfiger spell out t-shirt, yellow. I can go for a tenner. Don't think about it too much. You only bought it for £3, sell it for a tenner. Wipe your nose. Get out of Dodge. If it's a good price, it will sell, and I'll make a little bit of money. If it's a bad price, I'll look at it in a month's time. Or I might keep it myself. It's gorgeous sunshine yellow. Who knows? 999. Right, I'm just going to do that with price and save that for later. Right, here's the even worser t-shirt. And I was in the charity shop thinking, I shouldn't get this. Got it because it was like football, but it's just like a T. It is Nike, but it's got Mount on the back. I mean, Mr. Injury Prone Mason Mount. Pete will know about him. He used to play for Chelsea. They sold him to Man U, and how lucky they were to get rid of him by the looks of things, because he never bloody plays. Right, I haven't written some of these down, so hang on. That is a Tommy Jeans tee. So I need to keep my process going, otherwise it'll all go up the wall and I won't know what I bought. And that is a Mason Mount t-shirt. Good God, what was I thinking? Really appropriate. Let me catch up. Well, as a reason I'm doing clothing now is because I had a supplier of quite expensive stuff, and he's no longer supplying me for whatever reason. And so something that was very efficient and not much risk and quite easy for me, which is right up my street, suddenly went to, and that probably accounted for 20%, 30% of my sales, and the rest of it would be car boots and stuff. So with that gone, that kind of like really made up for reselling getting more difficult. The reason I did clothing originally, I mean, I don't know if you remember that, Cheryl, but like, you know, when I was first on Insta, I was doing lives and coming back with bags of stuff. But it was all women's. It was all like, you know, bloody Bowden and Toast and God knows, you know, all that sort of stuff. But the reason I stopped was because it just became more difficult with my local charity shops. I used to go out and fill the boot, and I was going out and getting nothing. So yeah, I'm back, and you know, and I kind of think it's flexible. So why not switch it around? And I didn't know what else to do, to be honest. I've got someone coming in the podcast soon that bought something at a boot sale for £1 and sold it for bloody hell. Oh, that was amazing. Was it a suitcase full of £94,000 in used notes? That is amazing. What do you think of the local Saturday car boot closing? Well, has it closed for good or has it closed for this year? I mean, it's closed for this year, and they sort of said it might be back next year, which is like, you know, I'm never optimistic when one goes. But yeah, I cried, Pete. I cried, real tears. Well, it's disgusting, isn't it? Because that's the real local one. I appreciate the love. No worries. Everybody sub. Let's get that to 500 or whatever it is for monetization. You should start your own boot to replace Priest Hill. Sit back and take the cash. Well, it's a thought, isn't it? It's got to own a field somewhere. Mixer, food or DJ? DJ, mixer. Well, is this my sale? It's a mixer. You behind, Neil? Are you catching up? Is it me or no sound? I'm hoping it's you. Thank God for that. And I say that because I'm a little bit worried because my old earphones have disintegrated. I'm expecting a new pair of earphones, so I've unplugged those. Why that should have anything to do with the Rode mic, but those have got the mic on it, so yes. So it was. I've got a big driveway. Yeah, I'm in the West Wing currently. I can hear you. So can Jesus. Our Lord. Right. My shazzers are rubbish at the mo. Go to other ones. But I was thinking, why am I even relying on them? I never used to. And then I realized I'm being influenced by YouTubers for the last few years. Back to the old ways. The old ways are the best ways. Right, Mason Mount t-shirt. This will be worth diddly squat. I really shouldn't have bought this. Like I say, I don't want to make mistakes. Mason Mount t-shirt, blue, England. And it's not even like an England top. It's just like a t-shirt, a cotton t-shirt. That's all it is. I mean, what the hell is it? Duh, it's just crap. Let's have a look at solds. Blue, let's put in cotton. God. I knew it was rubbish in the shop. Let's put in condition used, any condition. No exact matches. Oh, freaking hell. No, I don't even know what this is, but it is a Nike. Oh, let me try something else. Nike England cotton t-shirt. And if I don't get anything out of this, it will just go on for a tenner. Screw it. Let's get it on. Not waste time on it. No, just brought up a load of rugby tops. Football. LFC. What's it brought up that? Women's football. I feel like I'm wasting time now. I could do an image search, but I don't think that'll do anything. Let's take all of that, copy that, go into Google, paste it in there, see what comes up. Under images. There it is. That's the exact same thing. England store. England amount name. That's the one. Okay, in the England store. £19.60. New. England mount name and number t-shirt. Blue men's. I shall visit that webpage. How much did I pay? Like an idiot. £3. I'm going to stick it on for a 10. I've got 10% voucher on it, so that would be £9. So, yeah, I'm probably going to make about £2 on that. And it's reduced in the shop. It was £28 originally. They reduced it to £19.60. It's never going to sell. The thing's never going to sell. Oh, hello. Little eBay notification. An offer live on stream. Hello, Babs. Listening in the background. We love you, Babs. We do. Have I got the jumble sale bug? Well, I definitely caught something, Pete. It's my dodgy stomach. God knows what I was touching in there. Oh, you mean, do I like them? Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, not too bad. I'll go to another one. I feel like you're wasting my time too, but I still can't stop watching. Yeah, well, if I'm going to waste my time, I like to share the love. I'm the anti-reseller. Right. Sell one like this. $9.99. What was I talking about just now? I was just about to ask you a question. I forgot what it was. What was I about to say? I've totally forgotten my train of thought there. Right, tenner. Have it. Right, Hackett. Hopefully this should be a little bit better. Hackett Polo. But again, I doubt it's more than £15. Hackett Red Polo. Oh, maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit more. Sold items. It's got a number 1 on it, I think. It's got number 1. I'm number 1. Animal Facts and Songs. Good to see you. Almost escaped without me noticing there. Right, red polo. Used. Buy it now. Someone selling 2 Hackett polos. Long sleeve. This is a short sleeve. Yeah, this is a short sleeve. Come on, give me the exact same thing. Is it a golf one? No, it's a classic fit. Classics. Oh, there's one with a number 2 on it. I'd rather have a number 1 than a number 2. So many jokes. They only had it up for a tenner as well. Surely it's got to go for more than that. There's number 3. Oh, I think these are like polo numbers. Well, I'm going to go and just get a half decent listing, I think. A half decent price. $16.99 is what I'm going to try and get for this. $16.99. All right, Flip Mode. Good to see you. So Flip Mode is Tim. Yes, that's right. I saw Tim out and about in the wild just over a week ago. I kind of like, I know Tim, I know Flip Mode. I have to remember that Tim is Flip Mode. So it's like, you know, with these things, there's umpteen things. Pete knows everyone, which is good, seeing as he's local. If ever I'm unsure, I'll just message Pete and go, oh, that guy there, who was that again? And he knows their superhero name and he knows their real name. So, yeah. $16.99 for that then. So I've got to photograph all of these. Really, I'm just researching prices. This is what I'm doing this morning. I'm not even like drafting these up properly, to be honest. And they're getting all creased on the floor. It's not brilliant, you know. Hello, I didn't even get the price label out of that one. Let's do that. £3.50. God, I thought I said £8.50. £3.50. XXL. Jacket red polo. I've been putting all the stuff I've listed. So I did last couple of days. I think I've done about 20 items, something like that. I've been putting them in bags this morning. You know, this sort of thing. I need to get some boxes out of my box storage place, so I can put all the bags in the boxes and keep it all confined and restrained. Okay, super dry shoulder bag. I'll have to give that a little bit of a clean. I've already researched this the other day, actually, because I was thinking, is that a Dufford as well? Land of the Duffers. When you're getting back into sort of clothing and stuff, you like I say, I want to keep my failures down to a minimum, but there's bound to be a few. As long as it's not too many. And I just really want to get some sales. Like, I was really pleased. I sold a Burghouse top jacket, fleece jacket, for 25. Bought it for 3, I think. And I sold a Fred Perry polo top for about 13 quid. And I bought that for a couple of quid, I think. That was in a bundle of stuff. So I'm just glad I always think that, you know, when you put an effort into eBay, with listing, there's a little bit of a lag, like a couple of days before you start getting some sort of comeback from it. I mean, you see it from all those impressions graphs, people who pay for that sort of thing. Oh, I did want to know, I mentioned this last time, and I'm probably going to ask Simon this. I did wonder whether clothing resellers promote. I think Tommy said he did 5%, because I was thinking he said he did 10, but he said 5 last time. I don't know whether Simon promotes. Yeah, who knows? Well, I'm almost finished, Max. It's going to go hands-free. No worries. No worries. So Tommy's saying my biggest thing with clothing was buying less, leading to making more. Yeah, I mean, it's the worst thing you can do. So, I mean, I'm mainly focusing on men's. I'm getting why am I so tiny here? Tiny. Because I think it's easier. I think with men's you can just go for brands, but there's less of it out there. You know, there's hardly any men's in a little corner in the charity shop. With women's, you've got to know your brands, but you can also, if you're knowledgeable on styles and seasonal styles and current styles, you can be a lot more successful in women's. So yeah, no, I can't stop. Don't stop. He does 7%. He's quite hefty on his stuff, isn't he? Because he does 20% offers and 20% coupons and offers as well, and so 7% promos. And he's got the VAT as well. And I was wondering how VAT works on eBay. I know I always think as VAT as like 20%, but it's not, because there's this flat rate, isn't there, that I don't understand, not being a VAT seller. I think if I was going to do promotions, and I think I might do after the first month, is do 3% like Jay and see what it's like. I'm really anti-promotions, but with going into clothing, I'm kind of like, well, if Simon's a successful reseller, if he's working for him, it's obviously working. But I don't want to. I want to get the full month out of it. So I don't know if I don't even know if I'd do a blanket across the store promotion. I might do it for individual items after the month's end. So I'll just do 2%. Yeah, so this is what I'll be doing. I'll be doing 3% and hoping for the best. Who knows? Animal facts. I found it increasingly harder to sell the bread and butter pieces now, as the clothing categories is so saturated. And this is the worrying thing. I'm going back into it. It is. I may regret it. It may not be the right thing to do, but we'll certainly give it a go. More and more resellers turn into clothing. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I did hear that as well. But how much of a discount could you get? Who knows? So he doesn't do Vinted, which is interesting. I don't know. That's a good thing for Chris to talk about, actually, about the fact that he's obviously not going to divulge his percentage. But it is interesting looking at what other people do. And you can get kind of ideas and inspiration, but you always kind of find your own way as to what works. So what has worked for me over the last few years is no promotions at all. Coupons was really good. I remember Lee going on about coupons. But I do have a level, I don't think I could ever do a 20% coupon and like a 10% coupon after a bit, because I always like to give it a bit, but maybe that's wrong, Maybe that's wrong. Had to get back on the keys. I'm also against promotions. However, I did set them to 2.9. Who knows why? Yeah, you got to try these things out. I hate doing clothing. So many returns. And I've had 2 returns already, I think. It's a pain in the arse. I just found the lower tail under 15 isn't even worth it. Or 1 to 3 or 10 to 15, not worth it. Yeah, well, that's definitely why I'm kind of been looking at the items I'm trying to, but yeah, it's so. One thing I do want, and another question to ask is, how often do you go to a town and do your charity shops and get nothing? And I wonder, how does that happen to Simon? Does it happen to Tommy? Does it happen to other clothes resellers? Yeah, Babs doesn't enjoy doing clothing, which is fair enough. This could all, when I start going to like boot fairs, because I could have done, but there's no one's really local at the moment. I could well flip in about a month's time. I said, I'm going to give this. I can't even remember how long I said. I think I said 3 months. I'll give it 3 months and see how it goes. If I find I go around boot fairs and just pick up a load of stuff that I love, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he still gets the volume of sales when the deal is finished. Yeah, I don't know if he will divulge a lot about that. I mean, I don't think I would if I was him. No. But I think if I'm going around a boot sale, if I've got a load of clothing behind me and it's going well, I won't be taking those chances at boot sales with items, and I definitely won't be buying large items. So I will restrict myself to stuff that I know that can sell, that can fit in a shoebox. That size, that old Amazon rule of sourcing stuff that fits in a small parcel box. That'll be me. And if I feel like I've got a lot of good stuff behind me that is going all right, and this is a big if, Hopefully it will take out any desperation buys, because they're the worst buys. Yeah, a lot depends on profit margins too. Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I mean, I've been really lucky with the stuff I've been selling, and although I've just got a neutral feedback, which I wasn't too happy about. But it's a £650 sale, and when I've sold something like that, I'm still. It's got to go a few more days before the month's up, because I'm still worried about returns and that. So you have the worry of returns, you have the worry of packaging. But when I've sold stuff like that previously, and it's not every week or even every month, but when you do something like that, I've said before on the stream, that's a hell of a lot of shirts or it's a hell of a lot of jackets. But it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Really happens to me, to be honest. I can usually find something. Oh, this is not finding anything. But I had to make the mental shift to be happier about leaving with nothing than leaving with a handful of rubbish items. I guess it's meaning subpar items. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm exactly that. Mason Mount t-shirt. No snap-on tool. Oh, I've still got that. I paid, I think it was 90 quid for a snap-on toolbox. And I couldn't sell it on eBay because it's so heavy. And I tried selling it on Marketplace. And it's still in the shed. Bad buys. Regrets, I've had a few. There's 40 people in the chat. Surely more than 11 likes. Let me just check the unlikes. I was 29. I always get one unlike, and I know who it is. It's brilliant. I've just thumbed. Ooh, I felt that. I am looking at moving into other categories. There's too much competition in clothing. Well, good luck. Try everything. See what happens. Well, that's all right, Pete. I forgive you. Right, Superdry shoulder bag. Have we still got 4 other people live? Is John Shepherd and I'll go and watch Steve Green. I do love a Steve Green video. He's OG. And Ricky, are they still alive? Bad buys. What you gonna do? Why not send the tool chest parcel force? Well, you're right, Derek. Obviously, you're right. I'd just rather someone picked it up. And I'm not completely convinced it's genuine. And I would not want to get a return on it. I mean, I think it probably is genuine but I did buy this about 6 years ago. Pete's Happy Chap's dredging this up. Yeah, and he's right to do so because, like I say, regrets, I've had a few, more than a few. Right. How much is a Superdry white shoulder bag? Who thinks I can get to 5k subscribers if I put the effort in? I do see some people 5k subscribers. I just don't think it's possible, to be honest. I don't know whether to. Hello, Hoofs. I never know whether to kind of like put the effort in or just be happy. I'm perfectly happy with. I'm happy with anything really. It's amazing that there's 41 people in there. But yeah, I never really take YouTube seriously, do I? I still can't find my shoulder bag. I don't put any thought into it at all. You may have noticed. No, that's not it. That's not it. Every single style of bag apart from this one. Oh, no, there we go. 15 quid. Herringbone. That's the same style, different colour. It's a nice little bag. Come on. Oh, I'll choose that one and change the thingy. Then I'm going to go and grab myself something to eat. I might even walk the dog. He got a little bonus because he thought I was going to be out today, but he gets a little bonus, someone in the house, which is nice for him. Laptop bag, messenger laptop bag. Well, it's not really that. Superdry messenger satchel shoulder crossbody laptop bag, grey. That's a bit more like it. They charge $24 for that. I'm going for $19.99 on this. Run it up the flagpole, see how she flies. $19.99. That'll do me. Didn't cost very much at all. We'll save that one for later. Hopefully the Superdry super bag will do well. Oh, look at that. Got it on the handle as well. It's very nice. Oh, God, I was supposed to list this as well. A weird fish coat. Just the thing as the sunshine comes out. Oh, shall I do this one as well? Seeing as it's here. No! Go away! Everyone says. 45 people. My God, the numbers are going up. People are wandering in and go, what the hell is that bald guy doing? I'm going to go to the unit. I'm going to go down the unit and pick up 3 orders. 2 Commodore games. Pete, you're on my patch with the Commodore stuff and records. Good times. Well done, Pete. You're doing well selling games, actually. I have difficulty selling individual games. Weird fish coat. Small. I don't hold out much hope for this, but we shall see. It's just like a child's coat. Used. Buy it now. It's got a hood on it. I don't know. I don't think it's anything special, this one. Come on, show me the solds. I've got a massive pile of pickups from the last few weeks trying to get this. It was good when you got, you can just sit down and go, oh, I can focus on that. Yeah, and that's what I haven't had. It's been really good putting the effort into going around sourcing in the charity shops, because at least I have got some stuff. It feels like I'm actually working. I mean, it's a bit frightening, really. Corduroy coat? No, it's not that. It's not quite that one. Almost. Navy blue cotton rain jacket coat, Parker Mac hooded lined. That's a bit more like it. $23.99. Yeah, it's not too dissimilar. I think mine could be going for 15 to 20. Is it a ladies? Is it a kids? I'd call it a ladies rather than a kids. Because hopefully help the price. I think I'm going to use that one as ladies weird fish navy blue cotton rain jacket coat Parker Mac hooded lined. It is lined, fleece lined. It's quite a nice thing. I'll sell that myself, and I'm going to put. See, that one went for $23.99. That one does look better, actually. Looks better than mine. So I'm going to go for $16.99. I'll be happy with that price. Get the quick sale. Who knows? It's probably still be hanging around in about 3 months' time. We'll save that for later. Right. They need to all be photographed. I need to keep tidying up. I need to make a cup of tea. Thank you all. Do click the thumbs up. It does help. A lot of Commodore games only make a quid or two, but low effort to list and ship. Bung in an envelope and it goes away. I'm all over the place. I'm at home now. So, yes. Ciao. Have a great day, Tommy. Have a great day, everyone. And as I always say, have a brilliant week. Stay happy. I hope you get really good sourcing items, and I hope your sales are even better. Check out Max's. Check out this channel and sub. Have a little laugh, a little joy to make the day go quick. Bye everyone. See you next week or a video this week. Who knows? See you later.